name is Gregg Brandalise. I'm a native Californian.
How did Dorothy come into your life?
So that was an interesting, it's such a cool question because every time you talk with people, she comes in people's lives from every single direction. There's no one place. And my wife and I were watching the documentary Cowspiracy, which is it's a documentary on the animal agriculture industry and the effects of eating red meat on the planet, all the devastation that takes place, how much water and land that it takes to feed this industry that supplies to the world. And there was a short little blip in there, like 5 minutes long, and it was on Sister Dorothy. And I know I had heard of her passing, and that was on the news, so you heard of it, but I still didn't stick with me there. I go, that would make a fascinating musical. That's what I was thinking. That would make a good, strong characters. It would be good. So I went onto the internet and boom, it just explodes with all this information. So I wrote a couple songs, and then I'm just kind of going, this is a little dark for my taste in musicals. So this is going to be a play. So I'm going to make a play out of this. So, I needed some additional characters, and I came up with Adriana was one of them, and I started writing her backstory. And then before you know it, I had 4,000 words. I'm just going, whoa, it's not a play, it's a book. And I've never written a book before, but I got for Christmas that year, my son-in-law, because I told him that's what I was doing, had got me a master class. I was listening to all these famous authors and how they go about doing their craft. And pretty consistent for most of them is you gotta write all the time. So I set my goal for writing 500 words a day. And that's what I did for a very, very long time.
How did you find us?
I was thinking about that because I can't remember if I just did a phone call, if I just sent an email. And Joan got back to me, and I was just going, wow, this lady. And then the next thing you're speaking with me. And then we set up those Zoom meetings. And, this was again during COVID, so people were familiar with using Zoom, thank goodness. And I can remember sitting on my back porch and talking to you guys for hours. I had my monitor up there, I'm recording everything because I went back and transcribed all our dialogues. And we had 2 different sessions where we talked a long time. And you guys just gave great stories, and so I had this wealth of information to go from. I read all the books I could find. I watched the documentaries, the little short video clips. Going onto your website, there's just pages and pages of information. And then you guys turned me on to David and Tom, so I was able to talk to David. He gave me many family stories that we were able to incorporate into the book. So I had a very strong, I believe, foundation of information that I really felt I knew Dorothy quite well.
You put your life into this book, and it's amazing. What is your hope for people who are able to read it?
Dorothy's message is universal. It's in the time we're in right now, especially in the world that we're in right now, that is so polar and has so much diversity in it. You've got right and wrong, you've got men and women, you've got left and the right. There's so much stuff that rich and the poor that have us at odds, us and them. And her message, of peace and love and faith in God and sustainability and equality for all, it's the reparation that society needs. And we're hurting right now. There's no doubt about it. You just look at what is going on. It's not right. And most people don't even know that they're in this little hamster wheel. It's just like, this is the way we are. There's no way we can communicate. We're opposite, you're wrong. And it's just like, that's not how it should be. And that's not what Dorothy's message was. There's this common ground that we can all share and be involved in that is lacking today. So getting her message out, I think, is so helpful. It can mend the pain that society is in, I truly believe. And how that message gets out there, whatever way it gets, is to get people to hear it. As you mentioned, coming from a fictional standpoint, it's still the same message. And if it reaches a broader audience, to get someone else to do more. Another person can write another novel on it, maybe they'll make a movie. That's what my hope is, that people can just read it, and it just takes you. That was one of the reviews that one of the guys had given on the book, is that it took me from my all-encompassing world and brought me into a much more important one. I want to tip my hats to you sisters. I mean, you've been so gracious and helpful on this journey, because it's been a long journey, you know, and I constantly got love and support from you on it. And anytime I had questions, it didn't matter when they were, you would reach out and help, and then you offer me to come out to your facility, you put me up in a nice room, and everyone here is just so kind and loving, and it's always just refreshing to surround yourself in that kind of an atmosphere.